Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Hello everybody and welcome to the worst writer in the world with me, Rufus the Reader, and...
Me, Gorbilla, hooray! Gorbilla here, do
Howard
plot
the
so
Writer.
far.
I was setting you up for Howard the Writer.
Howard not here.
Oh, shit.
Only Gorbilla here. And Gorbilla very excited after last week's episode because got new favourite character called Plip Plip Plab the Waddle Quack Duck.
What are you doing? Get out.
Oh no, please let me do a plot so far.
No, get out of there, Gorbilla. Come on, sorry about that.
It's me, Plip Plap the Waddle Quack Duck.
Oh my God.
I've come to replace Gorbilla.
Oh, Gorbilla love you, Waddle Quack Duck.
Gorbilla, you're sacked now. From now on, Plip Plap the Waddle Quack Duck's doing the plot so far. Okay, so what happened last week was a load of ducks turned up and started flap, flap, ducky, duck, beak, beaking. Alright, that's all they can do. Swimmy, swim. Oh, why is my head in the sky? I don't know what I'm referencing there. Is that this story or something entirely different?
I don't know, but I heard it recently. Yeah.
All right, so before we do the plot so far, before we get one of our amazing new characters to do the plot so far, let's say thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this podcast. Thanks to our lovely patrons on Patreon for always being there to patronise us. Mm-hmm. And thanks to you for listening to us. You are... of those three, our least favourite. But you're still great. You're still in the top three. I mean, bronze medal's still pretty good, right?
Hairy chest, isn't it? Number 3.
Yeah. Well done, you listeners, for having a hairy chest. Do you want to tell me why? Because if people don't know that right, that's going to be so confusing.
First the worst, second the best.
That's British Comedy Guide. Second the best,
hairy...
that's Patreon.
Yeah.
Third
one with a hairy chest.
Okay. All right. I was trying to be nice to the British Comedy Guide, but you've ruined it.
Sorry about that, Mark.
All right, so the plot so far. The stars are on a mission to save the world from jelly monsters, and to do that they need to walk to somewhere and stop a chant.
They've had to walk, of course, because no one would let Sir Lawrence Talltree take any horses because they can't
He's got
trust
a
him with them.
reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the only obstacle they've met. The having to walk all the way because Talltree can't keep his mouth off a horse's penis. No, they've also got stuck in a marsh, they've had a floating experience, and they had an ice cream fight with a load of orcs.
Ooh.
And to escape that ice cream fight, of course, they made themselves invisible by getting Sly to do magic for the first time in his life.
Which unfortunately sent him not well.
Sent him 12-year-old writer mad. What did you say?
Not well.
No. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, that's very sensitive of you. Unfortunately, that drove him not well. Can I tell you something that I've noticed in TV shows at the moment?
Yes,
right?
you can.
You know how, like, if you're writing a TV show and you wrote a character who suddenly did something violent and your explanation for that was, he went mad. That'd be really bad writing, yeah? I mean, you could probably get away with that in the 50s or something, but now, oh no, we've got to be much more sensitive. Except that now what happens in TV shows is they say, he had a psychotic break. Right?
Yeah.
Fucking any TV show that has anyone violent in it, sooner or later, someone dressed as a doctor or a scientist or something with a white coat on, right, probably holding a test tube, will say, I'm sorry to say that your husband seems to have had a psychotic break. That is that all that means is he went mad. That is so lazy and it's so common. It just sounds better, but when you look into what that actually means, it isn't. That doesn't mean he suddenly went violent and started murdering people.
No, it means he had time off from being psychotic, doesn't it?
Yeah. Suddenly he saw the world the way it was and wasn't hallucinating anymore. All right, so what's happened is the stars, right, have gone invisible. Mm-hmm. They went invisible and immediately split up and walked in different directions.
Yes.
Right. Which could be confusing for us as listeners, because obviously we can't see them. We don't know where they are. We don't know who's with whom, right? Mm. But fortunately, young Howard came up with a really good way of telling us listeners that we're moving from one group to another and from one scene to another. Like, basically, we're over here and then we're over there. He did that by typing some asterisks on the page. But fortunately, old Howard and old Rufus have turned this into an audio thing by referencing Asterix the Gaul.
The Viking, yeah.
Yeah.
The French Viking.
Asterix the Viking and his good friend Obelix, who will occasionally turn up and say something along the lines of, have you seen my legs? To tell the listener in a completely non-confusing way that,
yeah, we
the
helped.
scene is shifting.
We helped.
We've learned a lot since we were teenagers. Anyway, so the listener knows that the scene is shifting from one group to another. A French Viking turns up and says, have you seen my legs? and everyone is clear on what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on with the story then, shall we? So, Talltree, despite being invisible, has found Johann and Ajax, but not the others. We hear the tick of a clock to indicate the passing of time.
Wow, weird.
You seem to be returning to the visible world now, Lawrence. Everyone started calling him Lawrence halfway through the script. Now he's Lawrence, okay? Don't worry, it won't be confusing.
He won't be, especially later on when I give him another name.
Susan! Hey, Susan, you've gone all visible. Now, Talltree says,
So I do. I'm worried about the others, though. We really should have met up with them by now. If only we weren't walking in completely different directions.
I'm sure they'll be all right, sir.
Why? What exactly have they done to give you the impression that they will in any way be all right in any part of their life ever from now on, if they don't have some kind of 24-hour care from someone who's not as stupid as they are?
I'm just an optimist. No, sorry, I'm getting in the way of Johann's doubt.
Oh, really?
I'm sure they'll be all right, sir. Doubt it.
Ha!
I expect they've all been murdered by now. Except maybe for young Sly. He's a laddie with his wits about him. He knows when to run and when to hide. I never run or hide. That is because you are a psychopathic large person. Yes, I have identified what kind of person you are. You are a psychopathic large person. Yes, you're a psychopathic large person. Large people fight and win. Small people run and hide. It's the medium people who tend to have their balls hacked off.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Stupid medium people. Yes, large people fight and win. Small people run and hide. Medium people take their trousers off and put their balls out and hold them, like stretch them out to make it easier to cut them off. I don't know why they do that, but they all do it.
Including the women. They all pull their trousers down and
Medium
get
women.
out their balls.
Women have to have them sewn on.
Stretch
first.
their lady balls out.
You mean Era, Philip, and Timkins?
I mean, oh no, yeah, we're all right. Okay, I don't want to get ahead of your joke.
Is the balls joke coming up then?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You mean, because every joke you make is then in the script. I think one thing we've proved today is that you haven't changed, right?
Okay, let me guess a joke without even...
All right,
without
the setup is you mean Era. Well, Talltree says, you mean Era, Philip, and Timkins.
Yes, I do mean them people.
Well, Johann's line is, yes. Because he's Tom Baker Doctor, so all he has to do is say yes. But then what does Talltree say? You're trying to make this for a radio audience, so what would you say is acceptable to late night radio audience? Like
She'll
Radio
get her
4?
balls hacked on.
Exactly. Yeah, well done, well guessed. Yeah.
Oh, good. You'll get there in the end.
All right, so here's a...
You mean Era, Philip, and Timkins? Yes. Wait a minute. Timkins is a woman.
Well, then she'll get her balls hacked on. Yes.
It's good, it's good.
Yeah, it is good. No, what you actually did was a more kind of traditional joke.
You mean Era, Philip, and Timkins?
Yes.
I can't see Timkins having her balls hacked off.
Can you, Ajax?
I can't see anything right now. They're invisible. What was that what it is?
Almost. It's not. Again, it's a bit simpler again, but you've got the right flavour of joke, but it's not quite that complex.
Ball flavoured.
Yeah, hacked off ball flavour. Yeah. Well, I can't see Timkins having a balls hacked off. Can you, Ajax? No. Not from where I'm standing at the moment, anyhow.
That's a good line.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because it just goes. It's good because it means that he's not got the idea that women don't have balls or whatever. Because he's a psychopathic large person, doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
It's one of those taking it too literally jokes, but it is well done.
Yeah.
No,
we wouldn't be out of place in
Yeah.
in a decent sitcom. Just that line.
Just that line, yeah, the first one. So, and there was another joke earlier, right, that we thought was actually a decent joke. Oh, and the character of Skull, who's sadly been written out.
Yeah.
He's got to make a reappearance later, right?
Oh, well, I've no
Not
idea.
necessarily.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
No, it's your script, not necessarily, but let's hope so.
But yeah, I'll definitely remember that joke and use it in something again.
Yeah,
Not from where I'm standing.
It's well phrased, I think, as well. Not from where I'm standing at the moment, anyhow. Like, I might see it later. It might be happening.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, it might be round a corner or something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening to. I don't know what part of Timkins is being hacked off. Probably her penis.
Yeah.
But I'm facing in the wrong direction. She's just behind me. Look, yeah. No, they've been 5 metres away from us the whole time.
Yeah. I've known that because I keep hearing them having their balls hacked off.
All those media
Terrifying
people. Sound. I haven't heard it happen to Timkins yet, though, so I assume she's next.
She's the one that's doing it.
So Tawdry has just said, well, I can't see Timkins having her balls cut off. Can you, Ajax? To which Ajax humorously replied, no, not from where I'm standing at the moment, anyhow. Yes. Still no sign of the woe is me mountains. Woe is ye mountains, not woe is me. Look over there. Doesn't look like a mountain range to me. Looks more like a travelling salesman who we can get directions off.
Oh, right.
Brilliant. I love the way you...
Radio to the radio.
Yeah, the way you radio it so we know what's happening. Does not look like a mountain. Looks like a person who is going to do the next scene.
Looks like a person called Peter.
Come on, let's get their attention. All of them go, hello, over here. Look over here. They heard. They're coming over.
Mm-hmm. Using a good pronoun there.
Ungendered pronouns, yeah. Too far away to tell or just don't want to assume.
Ooh.
We hear...
Boobs, you like my boobs? Boobs for sale. Boobs for sale.
It's Howard. Oh dear. It's Howard with his travelling boob shop again, pretending to be a woman.
Ooh. £10 for one. £30 for two. Boobs for sale.
We hear the beat of hooves as a horse draws
The heat
near.
of boobs. We hear the heat of boobs.
We hear the heat of boobs. No, we hear the beat of hooves as a horse draws near. Eventually, it reaches the trio and comes to a halt. The horse whinnies. That was worse. The previous one was much. The horse whinnies. Yeah, they go. Says the horse. You did it quite well when you didn't. When you weren't being directed to do
I got
it.
confused by the trio. The horse reaching a trio just made me think that the horse had reached that chocolate bowl with the kind of caramel. The caramel.
Well,
the creamy
what else
bit.
could trio possibly mean?
I don't know.
Except a chocolate bar from the 90s.
It's 90s chocolate bar. Is that better?
All right. So the horse says, me, mummy. Right? For some reason, no one minds. Yeah. Because Bert, who is the travelling salesman, says,
travelling sex man.
The travelling sex man says, hello, Bert Pencil, travelling salesman. What can I do for you, fine and, dare I say, wealthy gentleman?
Bert Pencil.
Yeah. It's a good name. It's a good name, Bert Pencil. That is a name that I can imagine, like, either one of us. Probably, I feel like in Great Bench Thief now, Bert Pencil would be a name that I feel like I would write that.
Yes.
And therefore, I suspect I've been heavily influenced by young Howard in an unconscious way that I don't even realise.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, because I might have read this when we were teenagers. Certainly, I read other things you wrote. But Burt Pencil really, really feels like a current Rufus Gret Binchley, like minor Gret Binchley character, right?
Character, yeah, I agree. I agree that everything you write in Gret Binchley now is like what I wrote when I was a 12-year-old.
We'd like some directions, please. Directions, is it? Nothing's free, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid, 'cause it means I get more money, actually. Tell you what, how about I sell you a map and a compass?
Yes, very good. That seems good.
Fine. There you go, sirs. That'll be 69 gold pieces, please.
Wow.
69? Well, these items is rare in these parts. What a con. Here, 69 gold pieces. Don't need to count them out. I've just happened to have a bag of 69 gold pieces. Thanking ye.
Would you like them in a bag? That would be 5 gold pieces, please.
We hear a crumple of paper as Talltree opens the map.
Hold on. This map isn't of this region.
You should have specified.
Okay.
What? And because I didn't, you assumed I'd want a map of the Bridgian coast?
You might have.
I don't. Here, have it back and give me a proper one.
Sorry, no exchanges or refunds.
All right. I'll buy another map. I want to see this one first.
Will this do you?
Yes, that'll be fine.
250 gold pieces.
Wow.
250? I'm not paying that.
You're not getting no map then.
Oh, bum. All right.
300.
What?
You accepted too easily, so I reckon you need it pretty bad. I hope you're not going to get that big guy with the axe to murder me because I really, really deserve it.
Yeah.
No, don't worry, not planning to. Probably just give you the money.
Kill him. Or get Johan to invent some money.
Or a map.
That's true.
Anyway, so,
Look, do you think we could just skip the haggling?
Okay, 500 gold pieces, set price.
Here.
Here.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
The feeling is not mutual.
Good day. We hear hoofbeats as Bert leaves, and no one kills him. A native of these parts suddenly arrives on the scene. Key rings, badges, tea towels, ... Maps!
Okay.
Maps, 3 for a penny! Maps, get them while they're hot! Maps! And Talltree says,
Bugger.
Okay.
end of scene. Asterix the Gaul turns up.
Where's Obelisk gone? He was licking me a minute ago, but now he's disappeared. I think he went off with that German.
It's a shame that the best parts of the script are those asterisks, isn't it? Where something fun happens.
Oh, sir. Well, you guys, we can see the mountains and ourselves. We can see the mountains and ourselves, but no sign of the others, eh? I say I haven't spotted them.
Oh, nor me.
Hey, you three, I don't want to alarm. It's like you just, error's just there, for no reason. So you just got to give him a word or two. I didn't see them either.
Yeah.
Two people have already said this, but I'm here to agree that nobody's seen them. Hey, you three, I don't want to alarm you, but someone appears to be sticking a sharp implement in my back. Fair enough. Okay, I don't wish to alarm you, but I'm being murdered. It's just, if anyone's free, I mean, if you're busy, that's okay, but someone's slowly cutting my head off with a saw.
Hello again. It's Skull.
Skull Haggerty.
Hello again.
Oh, Zer, let him go, Skull, you traitor scum!
We won't be letting him go anytime soon.
I've been hired to... What's his voice? It's Scottish.
What's a Scottish accent again?
That'd be...
It's not. It's a pirate, isn't it?
That'd be a pirate. I can't. Hello, I'm from Scotland. Hello again.
Yeah.
I've been hired to kill you all, but...
But what, Skull Haggerty? But what?
But what? But what?
But what?
Scared. But if you'll kindly tell me the secret of wizardry, I'll let you go.
Oh, right. He wants to become a wizard as well.
Fine, I'll tell. Oh, no, sir, don't do it, sir. Don't do it. Hey, it's no big deal. Oh, it's got to rhyme and have 2 colours and a number in it. And what? If you don't believe me, try for yourself. It's really that simple.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it, does it, Zippy?
I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping it'd be more complicated. It says disappointed in brackets. I'm vocalising that. Yeah, that's right. It's quite simple, isn't it?
That sounds very simple. Very too simple.
Oh, very too simple. That's far very too
Yeah,
simple,
it's very
isn't it?
too simple,
Oh,
isn't it,
I'd
Zippy?
like something more complicated, like maybe 3 colours and a big number. Oh, that's a big good. That would be good.
What we got?
It's really that simple. Yes, it's really that simple. It's time for you to say goodbye. White, blue, 20. Die, die, die.
Oops.
Ah, says Sly. All right.
Well, I probably should have told you one other thing about magic spells.
Yeah. What's happening? I don't think you wanted to say that. We hear bubbling and slurpy noises as Skull melts.
Oh, right. I thought he was going to turn blue because he said die.
He's melted, and we've got to hear that because no one's going to say it. No one's going to say, "Oh no, Skull's melted." So we've got to have a noise that's so clear that it's the noise of a person melting. He doesn't say,
easy, it's
"I'm
easy."
melting. I appear to be melting."
Yeah, but I mean, that's just cheating.
Go on, give us a melting sound effect, Howard.
Melty.
Yeah, you're right to say melty. Even you can keep it up. Yeah, melty.
Let me try again.
Okay.
And that's how.
And then you just edit it. All right. Timkins. Oh, sir, that was disgusting. Hello. It was quite bad, wasn't it? I think I'm going to be sick. Uncle Mike.
Oh yeah, you probably should be sick then.
You got a bucket. You got a
If you want to be
bucket,
sick, I would say that if you want to do something, you should do it.
You should do it. You should go for it. Okay.
Oh no, I'm confused now to what the sick is and what is Skullgull Haggerty. They've all got mixed up in one big.
Probably shouldn't have been sick on
pile,
Skull.
multi-sickness, yeah.
I suppose it's easier to clean up. Just go sweep it over there.
So,
Okay.
put a carrot there.
Put a carrot in its nose. It's a sick man. I've made a sick man.
Oh, a sick man. Yeah.
Put a hat on. Put a carrot in its nose. Put some Culver buttons.
Oh, sick.
Oh, look, a lovely little sick man.
Oh, sick man.
Oh, no, he's coming to life. Oh, no, let's kill me. Right, so Skullgull Haggerty made a reappearance, demanded to know how magic worked, did some magic, and immediately melted. All right, so let's see what happens next, shall we? Oh, brilliant. Well done, Sly. I knew magic wasn't as easy as you said. You have to be born on a full moon. On a full moon. You have to be born on a full moon.
Yeah.
That's really difficult.
No, that is
no
called
one
that.
is.
It is called on a full moon.
No, you have to be born on the moon. And also, you can't be born on half the moon.
Yeah.
You've got to be born on the whole moon. So if you're quite like normal-sized human, that's a tiny
That's why
part
it's really
of the moon.
difficult to become a wizard.
It's almost impossible. You have to be bigger than the moon when you're born, right? And you have to be born around the moon.
Which is what you definitely said. You've got to be born around the
and
moon.
what you are and
I
what
didn't say
Johan.
anything.
Yeah.
You said that, and then you started talking.
That's what you did. That's what you said. So
you said
only
you were born around
space babies that are born with a moon inside them could do magic, and that's what you and Johan are.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, there's more than that. You have to be all that I said in the 3rd week of June.
Oh my god.
So if you're born in April with a moon inside you in space, that's not enough. You still can't do magic. No, really, it's very simple. Ah, you clever sod. Those who were not born to yet tamper with magic die.
Yeah.
No, I'll forget it. He's scared because he thinks he's going to die now. Philip, still shocked. Well done, Sly. I think we'd better carry on to the tower, though. I wouldn't be surprised
if his orc friends were lurking around here somewhere. It wouldn't matter if they were. Sly could trick them all. Couldn't you, Sly? Or zap them even. I'm a big Sly fan now. I love him. I've got pictures of him on my bedroom wall.
Yeah.
And I kiss them at night. Right, and sometimes I invite Obelisk round to lick them. Oh, we have a good time. Oh, sir, look, I've already got a map. Oh, no, that's not tall. That's Tiltree. Why am I doing Timkins? They're the same length. They're the same. Look, they look the same. That's
but one of
Timkins
them's
and
a
Tiltree.
woman.
Yeah, but they look
look the
identical.
same.
They do.
Oh, well, they are invisible.
Look, I've already got a map. I don't want another one.
Who's he talking to?
Native.
Oh, they're trying to send him a map still. Are we just returning back to that scene when he's just bought a map and someone else has turned up and said, do you want to buy 3 maps for 1p?
So, yeah. Well, what about... No, I don't want a bloody T-shirt either. How about a flying carpet?
Yeah.
Do you have one? Sure. I'll take it.
Because if you just said no then, I would have been very annoyed.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, just
Would you like to buy one anyway?
I'll take it for my collection.
How about a win the quest and destroy the Chaos Beasties bomb?
No, thank you. That'll be the joke you try.
12p.
No, I don't need that. I've already got one.
Yeah.
I'll take it for my collection. That'll be 10,000 gold pieces. You remember what you were saying about how Johan should just magic up money and he wouldn't need to, like, trick Sly into giving him all his wages?
Right.
Well, Johan whispered, 1 blue, it's cold, gimme 10,000 gold. Mm-hmm. Come on, quickly, everybody. Hop on, up, and away. They bought a flying carpet for his collection, but they're like, oh, we might as well use it, and also that's actually really helpful.
His collection of 1 flying carpets because he doesn't have it.
Yes.
Because if he had a collection and he was lugging around with it, they would have used them anyway.
My collection that I've been thinking of starting.
Yeah. You don't just buy one and then put it in your bag, do you? You've got a fucking flying carpet. Like, if you're going somewhere, if you bought a car from this guy, you wouldn't then, like
Put it in your bag.
I just put it in my bag. Just carry on walking, guys.
Okay.
Well, my bag's really heavy.
I
with this
can't
card
walk with
in
this
it.
car in my bag. This is ridiculous.
Also, probably just leave it here.
Yeah, I'm going to
leave it here. What was I thinking?
Well, I'll pick it up later.
What was I thinking? Buying a
Okay,
car.
back to walking.
Too
everybody.
heavy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he'd do.
Yeah. And I suppose if you do collect something, there is a point when you do have to buy the first one, right? So you do, and you add it to your collection of 1, right? Or do we? Are we not allowed to? Are we not allowed to call it a collection until you? Is it like I've got 3 carpets, but I can't call it a collection yet until I've got at least 7? You know, is there a number when something becomes a collection, or is it just calling it that? Like, what is art?
Well, I don't know, but it's definitely more than 1, isn't it?
Maybe not. This is my carpet collection.
I mean, even if there's only
I've got 1.
Even if there's only 1 of a thing, and it's completely unique, and you collect it.
This is my collection.
Call it my collection.
This is my collection of the moon.
I would call it the moon. Right.
This is my collection of the moon. Yeah. This is my collection of me.
Yeah.
I've got 1 of me. I've got 1.
I think I'm getting some.
It is complete. My collection is. I've got all of me. All of the me.
Yeah, no, I think there's got to be like lots of them.
I think it's all right if you've only got 1. You can call it a collection if you want.
Yeah, that's why you and Will get along so well.
Yeah. Well, he's got a brilliant plate collection. You know that he's got 1 bowl. He's got 1 bowl. That bowl's amazing. That bowl is such a good plate collection.
That's that even further away from this, isn't it? He's got none of the thing he collects, but 1 of something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I might argue that's not a collection. Having none of something. That might be difficult to support that idea.
Of something there are lots of as well. It's not
really
even rare, but
easy
he's got
to
none
get.
of the thing that he claims to collect. He's got 1 of something else.
I've got no plate in my plate collection.
So in that respect, you know, if that's the bar, then yeah.
Johan's winning. Because Johan's got 1 of something quite unusual that's difficult to get hold of. That's an amazing collection compared to Will with his no plates.
But also, we think that he said he's a collector. We've got no reason to disbelieve him. His collection's probably home in his house.
He's got a house. So, the rush of wind is heard as they fly. Come on, quickly, everybody. Hop on, up and away.
What was the rush?
Wind.
Okay. And Ajax says, I'm falling off.
Oh, shit.
But that's irrelevant. They ignore him.
Ha!
That gold was magically created, and I used a terribly short spell. Mm-hmm. So? The gold will vanish very soon. Why didn't you use a longer spell? Short spells don't send me mad. Anyhow, quit complaining. Now we can search for the others from the sky.
How quickly though? Because I mean, the invisibility spell was really short and seemed to last for fucking ages, and that seems like making people invisible is probably harder than just like pretending you've got some gold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've no idea. Magic's not real. Shut up, me.
Anyway, so next scene. Timkins.
Sir.
Well, the mountains start here. A decision has to be made.
Mountains start here. Classic.
Yeah. Look, there's the beginning of the mountains, just right here.
Flat for ages, and then all of a sudden,
Suddenly, very, very steep mountain, yes. A decision has to be made. Do we stay here or go on? So, are we going to just live here or carry on with what we've been doing all along? Anyone? Why is this an option on the table?
Yeah.
When did this become an option of living here at the bottom of these mountains? Like, of course we carry on or go home.
Yeah, definitely not that. Yeah, carry on or go home.
Yeah, carry on or go home. Those are two options.
Not live here.
Live here. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, hands up for live here. Why is everyone voting? What's wrong? I'm the only sane one here.
Quite looking forward to living here, actually.
Where did you come from? You were with the other group before.
As I got confused.
There's three characters who are going to answer. So Timkins is saying, do we live here?
She's not saying live.
Stay here or go on. Era says, stay here. Philip says, go on. And Sly says, bugger off. Anybody got a coin?
Yeah, here's my three-sided coin. Heads means live here. Tails means go on. And then, like, the side, if it lands on its side, bugger off.
Yeah, you think you're doing great new improv, but Sly says, who's getting the thin side?
Yeah, I was a better joke teller when I was young. That's a better joke. Who's getting the thin side?
Philip says, I have one. Tar, says Timkins. Tar. And it's spelled T-A-R, so she literally says tar. Tails we stay, heads we go on.
And the thin side?
And if it lands on its edge, we go home. Finally, that option. I'm tossing. Because it's in an audio medium, you see, so people won't know that, okay, everybody, look at me, I'm tossing. No, actually, don't look at me while I'm tossing.
I could have written tossing sound effects, wouldn't I?
Definitely.
Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling, ponk.
Or you could have a duck sound effect instead. You could have had a duck. A duck makes... A duck flips the coin.
I don't know what a sound.
All right, everybody. I've decided no one's got a coin, so I'm going to flip this duck. Okay. Heads we carry on. Tails. I mean, it works, right? Tails we stay here.
Yeah.
And if the duck flies away, right, that means we're going home.
I mean, yeah. If it's a comedy show on the fucking radio, you definitely do
have a
something
duck,
with a
yeah.
duck that you squeeze.
You've got heads or tails. It's brilliant because literally you go heads or tails, and then you throw it, and you're like, yeah, and then you go, oh, it flew off.
Yeah.
That'd be the punchline, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it flew off, and so nothing happened. Yeah, that's what you do. You don't have three choices. You go, all right, stay or go. I'm going to flip this duck, heads or tails. Heads or tails.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it flew off.
Do the duck sound effect. Pause. Yeah. Oh, it flew off, and then they have to do something else. Yeah.
Okay, that's how jokes work. If anybody's listening, that's how jokes work.
Yeah, kind of.
Definitely.
Definitely that's better than a whole scene about them literally tossing a coin.
Yeah.
To decide if they're going to live here or carry on with the one thing they're doing.
Yeah.
Right, we're going back to Johann Talltree and Ajax, who are on a flying carpet. Right? Left, I tell you, left. Make it go left. We're going to hit a tree. Loop the loop. Phew, it worked. We're going left. So I guess the magic carpet's not listening to what he wants, right? That native ripped me off. Look, what a beautiful view of the sunrise. Oh, yes, it's wonderful. Thoughtful pause. Thoughtful pause. You'd have thought that it would have to set first, though. 2 suns.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes. Wow. things are happening pretty fast. The double sun effect means that they are nearing the final and main chant. I believe we only have about 2 days left.
Oh, I think we can relax now. Thought you were going to say 5 minutes then. No.
Oh, we've got no time left. At least 3 years.
All right, next up, the mountainous regions. Sir, I have to admit that I haven't a clue as to our whereabouts. We hear 3 bangs, cries of pain and thuds as Philip, Error and Sly are clubbed unconscious. 3 bangs. Okay, it's going to be tricky, but because maybe as long as they have very distinctive cries, as long as they say things like that.
So it's like...
Hello.
Yeah, and then...
Okay.
He'll hit the deck.
You don't fill me with confidence, guys. I get the feeling that if I turn around,
Oh my God.
I'm going to find you've all been knocked unconscious by a rather large ogre.
Wow.
In a terribly hungry state. Brackets, she turns around.
I was doing so well at describing exactly everything that was happening without doing anything, and then it was like, she turns around.
It's weird that you just describe it in her voice, but then forget what you're doing. She could have said, right, I'm gonna turn around now. I'm turning. Here I come. Turn around. This is before you went to RADA and learned radio acting in that cupboard. Though.
That cupboard, my milk cupboard.
Isn't it?
So before I got in the milk cupboard at RADA.
So she's, I worry if I'm going to turn around and find her all been knocked unconscious by a rather large ogre in a terribly hungry state. She turns around. Oh, bugger. 6th sense. Never failed me yet.
Right.
Timpkins is also knocked unconscious. Flump. Oh, sir. We hear the rush of wind. Oh, it's the Astraces again. We're going back to Johan and the lots. I seem to have got the hang of it now. Yeah, I can handle any kind of carpet. Dining room, living room. Yeah, this carpet is a doddle. Now, I wonder what happens if I say up tiddly pum.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World with me, Rufus, and...
Me, Howard Long. I turned into a horse then, didn't I? Me, Howard Long.
Yeah, and listener, he literally did. Like 2 extra legs squirted out.
Squirted right out of me.
All right, so Social Media Corner this week. I have got a tweet from Keith Somerville.
That sounds interesting. I'm joining in. I'm Gorbilla. What do Keith Somerville have to say?
Gorbilla has so many things to say because he's such a complex and interesting character.
Thank you, yes.
With so much going on.
Thank you. So what does Keith Somerville, does he have anything to say about bananas? Because Gorbilla
He retweeted one of our tweets about the show and added, enjoying this lately, another rubbish story by a kid mocked and torn apart by 2 adults.
And one Gorbilla.
Says a bit mean, isn't it? Saying that the story's rubbish. I thought it was really, really good. I like that bit when they were floating over a marsh on pogo sticks. that made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
and
well,
all that ice cream stuff. That was good.
I would happily invite Keith Somerville to send in his amazing story that he's written. And we'll see who's worse.
Yeah, but we should warn you, if it's not as good as Stars, then we're not going to read it past the first page, and also we'll return it with a snippy rejection note.
Of course. How could it possibly be as good as Stars? I mean,
it couldn't.
You've got to write some really good stuff to get on this podcast, which I believe is called The Best Writer in the World. I haven't checked the podcast art yet to look, but I think it's called that.
All right, so here's one from Simon I. Bison, who, after last week's episode, said, "Is it wrong that I bought myself a year's supply of jelly diamonds off the back of this episode?"
Wow. I mean, that's just one.
What is a year's supply of
Just
jelly
one-
diamonds?
one
For me,
tub.
that's no jelly diamonds.
For you, it's none.
Right?
Yeah.
For me, it's none. And you have one a year, do you?
No, not one jelly diamond, but just like one tub of them, because like you don't need
One
more
tub.
than that. Because you'll eat one, you'll be like,
That's
oh,
a
this
lifetime
is
supply.
disgusting, so
Right.
I don't want any more.
That's a lifetime
Yeah.
supply because you put them in your cake cupboard and then leave them there until your kid steals them. Listener Skiznot suggested our show to some people particularly.
Oh, yeah.
And said it's comedy and there's a mix of clever and naughty. Lots of clever. Finally, someone calling our show clever. I have waited for 3 years.
I tell you, it's clever all the time.
All right, so thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, milk.
Go buy some milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.